Welcome to Shlishi for Acharei Mot-Kedoshim here for Shnayim Mikra Targum. So in this aliyah, we conclude with a section on Shchuti Chutz of not slaughtering animals outside the Beis HaMikdash, and then we move on to talk about illicit relationships, forbidden encounters, sexual encounters between people according to our tradition, which gives us what we call Chaye Kedusha, life of sanctity, allowing us to bring HaKadosh Baruch Hu into the most intimate parts of our lives and not to engage in incest or other forms of immorality. It's introduced with the phrase Kamase Eretz Mitzrayim, the ways of the Egyptians, Uchamase Eretz Canaan, and the ways of the Canaanites. The Torah tells us we shouldn't behave like that. They were totally Shtufei Zima, the Gemara says, they were totally promiscuous in all of their relationships. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to be rooted in holiness, in maintaining our inner relationships. And what's interesting is that we read this parsha of specific relationships that are prohibited, what we call the Parshas Arayos. We read it on the afternoon of Yom Kippurim, which is very odd. You would think of all the things to read in Yom Kippur, it's the Parsha of Acharei Mos about the Arayos. So Rav Yitzchak David Grossman, the disco rabbi, he quotes from the Orach Chaim HaKadosh, who says something amazing. The Orach Chaim HaKadosh says that in the way of the world, the natural, the proclivities of human being, the way we are drawn, the instincts, the Yetzer Hara, which is healthy and helpful within us, is drawing us to create bonds and relationships without any boundaries, which is why, by the way, the Torah refers to certain inappropriate relationships as chesed, because we're just drawn to being close to those people. And yet, Kadosh Baruch Hu expects more of us. And how is that? Because Ani Hashem Elokeichem. It's dafka because we, as Klal Yisrael, are endowed with a special kedusha, with a special connection to our neshama, which allows us to transcend, which would ordinarily be something perhaps that's impossible. And today, in our day and age, this is even more challenging and more understandable and more important than ever, with the proliferation of pornography and all kinds of challenging things that exist, especially for men, especially for adolescents, to realize that to be drawn after that, that's a chelak haguf, that's normal, it's understandable, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu expects more of us, and He endows us with a life of Kedusha, with Yom Kippur, and with Kodesh Kodashim, to enable us to avoid that, to work beyond that, and to transcend that into living a life of inner meaning and Kedusha.